have here the clergy, we have here chiefs, we have our elders, we have our young ones, the great future and hope of River State, present here. This wonderful day that God has blessed. It is raining because the season of abundance has come. This is just to remind us that the season of abundance has come. Yesterday, we were born unto a great state, River State. And we all lived in that promise and greatness of River State. We realized that we're all a people of a common future, and that we were only as strong as the weakest amongst us. We bonded so well. That was the time when our grass was green, our roads were clean, and were known as the Garden City. That was the time when every parent was a parent to every child in the neighborhood. We didn't know who was Calabari, who was Ikwere, who was Ogoni. We were one big Rivers family. At the worst of times, we were quarreled. We didn't use spiteful language. The most that we said ourselves, parties that were quarreling, as young people, was to convert it to a song. And then we would hear, Celeste jealousy, Celeste for jealousy. I have no time to talk to you. Talking to you is a waste of time. You're under my capacity. That was the most. That was the height of our quarrel. Seconds later, we had forgotten the quarrel, only remembering the rhymes and the sweetness of the song. That was how we grew up. At the time when we were taught in our schools to have a deep and abiding faith in God, and to work as hard as we could and should. At the time when in our schools, and by the way, we all went to the same public schools. Our public schools were great. The children of commissioners and permanent secretaries and the children of farmers all went to the same schools and were taught by the same teachers. That was the time when in some of our schools we were taught English by Englishmen. And those who taught us physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology, they were Pakistanis and Indians. Every day in the morning as we awake, we had to sing the hymns. And every night before we went to bed, we had to sing the hymns. Because everything was on the shoulders of God and the strength of mankind. So we sang songs, hymns that gladdened the hearts, that gave us hope. Hymns like, Oh God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come. a shelter from the stormy blast, our eternal home. At night, when we had assessed the activities of the day, sometimes not too proud of our efforts, we take it again to God. And then we sing a song like, Dear Lord and Father of mankind, forgive our foolish ways. Restore us in our rightful minds, ensure our lives. Thy service find in deep reverence praise. We were so proud of our state that every day as we tune on to our radio, we were reminded to do the most for our state. And this next one, I would like you to sing it so that they know that yes, you truly listen. You tune on to your radio because River State was great and had to remain great and even become greater. You hear things like, love River State or leave her alone. Don't pull her down. Do for her. Engage yourself in meaningful activity. No room for gossip. Do something meaningful. That was River State. And at that time, the great works were going on. We had the high rises, the podium block, at the secretariat when government workers were being catered for. Great sons of River State had built the Orossi House and were doing great and greater things. But today we wonder what has become of a once great and loving people. Today we wonder, when I look at Lagos State, that was at par with River State in 1999, become the fourth largest economy in Africa. A state within a country become the fourth largest state in Africa, only after Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt. In 1999, Lagos State had the worst security situation in the entire country. Every street had a gate, and at 6 p.m., the gates were shut. Today, that same Lagos State runs a 24-hour economy. So what we need to do is right before us. We should ask ourselves, if after so many years, Boris should still remain a glorified municipal council. We should even ask ourselves if Greater Port Harcourt has truly been made greater. Our work is cut out for us. I went to Kana, a community in Kana, for a funeral. And then I saw poverty of a kind that you would not wish your enemy. And I thought it couldn't be worse. Then we had to go to Andoni to commission our party secretariat in Andoni. And then I saw miles and miles of emptiness. I'm not sure I saw a story building in Andoni. I saw thatch houses. I saw a few mud houses. And even their biggest market was like a small abattoir. And then we saw that just a few months ago, we saw some elephants come out of the Andoni forest. Which means that Andoni ought to have been a major tourist center. And tons of revenues coming out of Andoni would have aided the development of other communities. So you can see that the wealth of River State, is covered in the underdevelopment of Andoni and our other communities. I went to Abua, where we had gone to commission our party secretariat again, which had been generously donated to us by well-meaning party members. And at the end of the exercise, we said, as had become customary with us, that we'll go and see how our people were faring. And so we went to the market in Abua. And then we saw a woman, almost 80 years old, if not more, who had been there from 8 a.m. until we got there at 4 p.m. And all she had to sell in the tray that she carried was no more than 300 naira. And the old woman had been there from morning to 4 p.m. without even water to drink. And when we took the tray from her and entrusted a few naira notes onto her hands, she became alive again. We went again to the Odua houses of Abu Odua. We went to Emelego. We heard that there had been tremendous devastation, so we went to Emelego. And we saw a whole village, entire community, submerged in water. The only building standing is the health center. And the health center, intended to accommodate no more than 50 persons, became home to well over 900 women and children. And we saw the sick lying on the floor. No medicines, no care. Even we got there late, yet we were the first. No government presence, no other presence, no relief of any sort from anywhere. And we became celebrities overnight. The people who had been forgotten suddenly had little things that could get them going. We saw children whose whole world was that community. As large as this universe is, and as exposed and advanced as the universe. That was their whole world. So, my dear friends, my dear brothers, the great people of River State, our job is cut out for us. Today, when lives and property are held by no greater tenure, today, when our laws are continually disrespected and disregarded, today, when our mothers still go 6 feet below our childbirth, and every mother knows of yet another mother who has just lost a child. Today, when our children are illiterate and go to bed hungry. Today, when our homes are broken and divided because breadwinners can no longer find bread to win home. Today, when our people are trapped in the gloom of the tents and the huts they call home. Today, when our very own young men and women have found themselves as a sandwiched generation, too young today to be something, too old tomorrow to be anything. And they loiter our streets, and some even say that they harass our nights. We cannot afford to be deficient in the courage necessary for us to rise to the challenges of the pressing needs of this present time. We must rise and hold one the other in that great spirit of River State. Yes, we must rise. So when you go to cast your votes in March of next year, you will hear that Dumo Lulu-Briggs is on the ballot. That is the candidate of the party. Accord, the only party whose name is in the Holy Book, the Bible.
Together.
Urging us to do things in one accord and accordingly.
Thank you.
And by the special design of God, the first name on the ballot So when you go to cast your vote, you will see Accord on the ballot. But I want you to know that you will not be voting for me or voting for Accord. You will be voting for that old woman in Abua. You will be voting for the people of Andoni. You'll be voting for the people of Emelago. You will be casting your vote for the future of River State. Before I exit this magnificent spotlight, I would like us to recite that which truly spoke to the greatness of River State, so that we all can leave this place with that in mind. River State is a great state, yes, my friends, that's not in doubt. River State will remain great only if you put in your best. You can do it. I can do it. We all can do it if we try. So let's do it. Let us do it. Let us make River State great. We must make River State great. Don't let this chance pass us by. And at this point, as my father would always say, that the hour shall find the man. I am glad that River State has found me. And by the special grace of God, we shall take River State to our place of great destiny. And to all of that we say, so help us God. Thank you. God bless you.